Hi boys and girls, it's Miss White here. I am coming to you from the playground. I am outside, so it is windy. I hope you should still hear me. We are doing lesson 59 today, and that worksheet looks like this. See how windy it is? I'm trying to get out of the classroom because it's so nice outside. So here's our worksheet. Go ahead and write your name up at the top of that. That's what we're going to get to here in just a minute. But first, we are going to do a little bit of review. I am going to give you some words. I want you to echo the word and then tell me the word without that final sound. Okay, so let's say great. You say great. What's the final sound? T. So I want you to say it without the final sound. That's just gray. All right. Let's do it with neat. Neat. Knee. All right. Goat. Goat. Go. Float. Float. Flow. Bloom. Bloom. Blue. Treat. Treat. Tree. And scene. Scene. We just have C. Good job. Right. So we talked about final stable syllables in our last lesson, and we are going to go over some more of those. These are less common, so we don't even have picture cards for them because you aren't going to see them very often in the English language, but you just need to know them. Alrighty. So first, on numbers 1 through 10 on our worksheet, go ahead and get that out. Here it is, 1 through 10. I am going to give you some sounds, and I want you to write down the letters that make up that sound. If you want, you can follow along with me. If you would like to give yourself a little challenge and see if you know those words, that's awesome. And you could pause the video right now. Do numbers... Oh, wait. Never mind. Miss White is being super silly today, and I don't know how you're going to know those words without me telling you them first. That's a different thing when we're coding. I'm going to tell you that you can do that. So scratch that. Let's go over these words, these sounds. The first sound is gull. Gull. Do we remember the letters for that? Oops. Hold on one second. Let me get arranged. I got my paper flying all over the place. All right, we're set. Number 1, that gull sound. Remember how we talked about the E that we actually don't say. And we just say the gull sound. So that's GL. Number 2, tull. Tull. That is TLE. Number 3, M. Number 4. Number 4 is H. Number 5. U. Number 6. Eh. That's E. Number 7. G. G. Number 8. Oh, we're going to move up to the top after this. P. All right, moving on up. Number 9 is Number 10 is ah. And that is O. Alrighty. Let's erase that. And now we're going to practice a little spelling. On number 11, this is a word we talked about yesterday. No, it's not. I don't think this is. Our next word is one we talked about yesterday. This first word is kept. I want you to sound that out. K, e, t, k, e, t. All right. K, We have a K, E, P, and T. K-E-P-T. Number 12. This is the one I think we talked about yesterday. Bubble. B-U-B-L. Bubble. We have B-U. Remember how when we talked about B-L-E as one of our final stable sounds, if we followed the rules where we would bracket this off, that would make the U have a macron and say its name. So it would be bugle. And that's not the word we're going for. So to make it bubble, we need another B in there. B-U-B-B-L-E. Good job. All right. So next we're going to talk about some new final stable syllables. I want you to echo these words and see if you can hear the final position of each word. Uncle, uncle, muzzle, muzzle, hassle, hassle, pickle, pickle. What sounds are you hearing in there? We have cull, uncle, cull. We have muzzle, zull. And we have hassle, sull. And then pickle, cull. All right. So our let's write these words down. Woo. It's so windy out here, the board almost hit me in the face. Uncle. What's our other word? Muzzle. Hassle. And pickle. Pickle and uncle are making the same sound, but they are not spelled the same. One is a C-L-E, and, whoa, one is a C-L-E, one is a C-A-L-E. All right. So, why do we call them final? Because they're in the final position of the words. Unless, like we talked about, we add a suffix at the end, remember? Otherwise, they're in the final position. We call them stable because they don't change. They're always the same. And we call them syllables because they're their own vowel sound. We talked about how it's not the E that we're hearing, but instead more of an a U sound we're hearing in there. But it's still its own vowel sound. Let's code these words. I started already to do that, and then I remembered we were doing it later. Oh, yikes. All right. So when we're coding, remember we're going to do a little bracket here. And here we have vowel consonant, so it gets the brev. And it's uncle. Again here, when we have the double consonant, we're still going to bracket there in between the double. We have vowel consonant, so it gets the brev. Muzzle. Same thing here. And it gets the brev again. Hassle. And then same here. Pickle. Alright, so again, we're doing the little bracket to show that vowel syllable, or the syllable over there. And then we're just coding the rest of the word. Oh my goodness. Miss White lost her eraser way over in the playground. So I'm going to use this little piece of cloth instead that I just found. We'll just improvise over here in the wind. All right, next, let's practice spelling some words. We're going to look at number 13 on our paper, and I want you to sound out and spell freckle. Freckle. It's that cull sound. Cull. All right. Remember how we bracket that off? You don't have to do that. Miss White just did it because I was thinking about it. And the brev. Number 14 is going to be tickle. 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 All right. And number 15, puzzle. Puzzle. We hear that Z. When we're trying to decide between the S or the Z, we just really have to listen and hear the Z or the S sound. All right. Going to erase these. Next, we are going to practice coding our words. We're going to go to the back of our worksheet. We start, or not the back of our worksheet, but starting with number 16. Here, where Miss White messed up in the beginning of the video and told you you could pause it if you wanted, here is where you could pause it if you wanted to try to code on your own and see how well you're doing with coding. You do not have to do that. If you want to just follow along with me while I do the coding, that's cool too. But if you'd like to see how well you're doing, go ahead and pause the video now, and once you've done all the coding, you can watch with me while I code. Okay, let's get started. Number 16 is sprinkle. All right. Excuse me. One of the things that I did not do when we were coding earlier, we're going to bracket off, and then remember we cross off that E to show that we're not saying that E. And then we have vowel consonant, so it gets that. Here we see we have the SPR blend, but we don't do anything for that either. We have sprinkle. Number 17, pickle. Again, we're going to do the bracket, cross off our E, and then we have vowel consonant, pickle, gets the brev. Number 18, hassle. And we're going to go right here between our double letters, bracket it off, cross off our E, and then we get a brev here because we have vowel consonant, hassle. Number 19 is buckle. Again, bracket, cross off that E. We have vowel consonant, gets the brev, buckle. Number 20, muzzle. Bracket between those double letters, vowel consonant, gets the brev, muzzle. Number 21, going. Here we see the suffix. We're going to box that off. And then we're just going to look at this word. We have a vowel and nothing after it, so it gets the macron, go-ing. 22. Here we have the CK, so we cross off the C, and we have vowel consonant. It gets the brev, stack. 23, dress. Here we have our double consonant again, follows that floss rule, so we get vowel, consonant, consonant, dress. 24. See it? All right. Here is one of our, it's kind of one of our sight words, our exception to the rule. Remember how we say when we have VE, then this would have given us a macron. But the word's not have, it's have. So this is kind of an exception to all our other rules in our coding. You can't really code it. It doesn't code right. And number 25, indeed. Indeed. Here we have the two vowels together. So the first one says its name and the other one goes away. We have vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel, so we can kind of break that into 2 syllables. To code, so then we have vowel, consonant, that gets a brev. So here, see, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. Indeed. All right, so on your worksheet, you can draw a picture we have books stacked on top of each other, and then we have a buckle over here, so draw a line to the word that matches that. And then let's look at our homework and get it out. All right, here you are going to read the paragraph. I think everyone is familiar with that now. Answer the questions that go along with the paragraph. And then you're just going to practice these high frequency sight word type words that we have with somebody at home or at school if we're at school together. All right, have a great day.